Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Wow, what a crazy time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Wow, it's crazy. So we got some news from Judge NetBurn. Ripple's got to turn over some financials, got to turn over some documents. Very, very interesting stuff. Word on the street in reference to those who might be still involved and or waiting for FLR tokens from Celsius Network. Word on the street is not great. We'll go over that. I'm a little confused by it. We'll go over that for sure. XRP content, entertaining content creator loses his mind once again. We'll cover it. And also, I'm speaking of losing his mind. I wanted to do this. I don't know, for some reason, yesterday's video was just something about it was not sitting right with me. I'm not sure why it is, but I think I wanted to apologize to you guys as Crypto Caesars fam, people who check out my content. I was wrong in saying that you are wrong. I said that somewhere in the video yesterday, and it may be in regards to participating. It may be in regards to growing and network adoption. But in any case, the more and more I thought about it, the more and more it just kept, something didn't sit well with me. So I just want to apologize to you guys. That was not appropriate. It was not appropriate. I think that in that video, there has to be an allowance for one to think for themselves and make their own decisions. So when I said that in that particular subject or whatever, I was wrong for saying that you were wrong, right? And so I think it's important that I'm trying to think of the words. It's important that people have to make their own decisions. And I know I say that a lot. I know I say, I would never begin to tell you what to do with your money, right? So I know I say it all the time, right? So I just want to make sure that saying that you are wrong was wrong of me to do. So I apologize for that for sure. And I haven't even looked at the comments yet, but I did want to make sure I did do that. It's important to own up when you're wrong about something. It's important. Just own up to it. Don't hide behind cancel culture or Twitter police. Don't be that dude or do that. You know what I'm saying? I got to lead by example. So there it is there. So listen, man, the market fam is just doing what the freaking market does. What are you going to do? Market is just doing what it does. I watched Alessio Rastani doing an interview with a good friend of him who's just a trader as well. And Alessio did a really good little video interview with him, but he did it in a way that he challenged this very well experienced trader. He challenged him with three charts in crypto. He challenged them with three charts. He told them it was charts of three different altcoins. And he asked them two questions. Number one, which chart looks the best? Well, he asked three questions. Which chart looks the best? Which chart looks the worst? And then third, he said, can you tell me which chart of crypto is the worst? Can you tell me which chart of crypto is the best? You know, that kind of deal like that. And it was interesting to see. The charts ended up being XRP, Ethereum, and Solana. Those were the three charts. The worst looking chart was XRP. The worst looking chart was XRP. The best looking chart was Solana. And then ETH was the chart that he said could become XRP's chart, which is interesting. But he also said, you should check out that video, that it's more likely that it's more likely that XRP's chart will become Ethereum's chart as opposed to Ethereum's chart becoming XRP's chart. So it's interesting. It's interesting. So for me, it's more likely for XRP to experience the growth year to date that Ethereum has gone through, as opposed to Ethereum losing all its growth and retracing back to the XRP chart. So it was interesting to see. I like Alessio. I think he's a really, really smart guy. So Very, very, very interesting time for sure. This Judge NETBURN stuff, I'm trying to wait for more people to hop into the chat. Dano is in the building. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you checking in tonight. Because I know there's some people who check into the channel who still are waiting for the FLR tokens. And I want to make sure that I do cover that with you guys. It's I'll cover it later, but my understanding is different than what this guy is sharing. So we will share it. So with you guys here in a bit. I've been looking in the Shido token. I think it's an interesting play. I shared it with the mastermind group with Patreon about 2 weeks ago. And I think it's a very, very interesting play. Maybe perhaps we'll talk about that a little bit more as well. So yeah, I was a little alarmed today by this video from Brad Kimes. It was really alarming, and I had to take pause and kind of gather myself and not make sure I don't react emotionally. I actually took a nap after I came from the gym and had some time to kind of ponder it. And yeah, so we'll share that video. For a couple of reasons. I think it's really, really important to understand who this dude really is. And I also think it's important to think about what has happened to the community since this inception of this dude's channel. And I know there are people who perhaps won't say it, but I'll say it. There's people, you know, content creators who probably won't say it in the XRP community, but I'll say it because I've been here since the beginning. Right? I've been here from the beginning. I was here in the beginning, right? Before Brad's channel, right? I was here in the beginning with CKJ. It was a another black guy, older guy who was doing content as well. I can't remember his name right now. Older guy, black guy doing videos for the XRP community. Can't remember his name. So I was there with those, listening to his videos as well. Of course, listening to Alice Cobb's videos, right? So I had a channel before my XRP channel. I had a channel before the XRP channel where I did videos on high yield investment platforms back in the day, 99% scams. And I was doing videos on that back in the day. Yeah, Danny Loth remembers those back in those days. I don't know if he tuned into my videos, but Alex Jeet's in the building. How are you, my friend? So I've been there from the beginning, and I've seen the whole progression of this dude's channel, and obviously the progression of the evolution of the community as well, right? And yeah, I can definitely say that. What I'm going to say, I'm going to say it a little bit later, but it's the truth, and people just need to pay attention to it. Make your own decision of where you want to hang out. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. What's up, Alex G? How are you, bro? But again, make your own decision when you hang out. But I will share this. I don't think it's cool what he's doing. I don't think that it's cool what he's saying at all. So I'm gonna, expose it for what it is. Why did what go over $1 last time? Dying too fast to be mad. Welcome to the channel, my guy. What are we saying? Why did what go over $1 last time? So yeah, so I'm going to share that video as well. I'm going to share the Celsius news. Let me share the Celsius news first because I don't know. Just something doesn't feel right. Why did XRP go? Because it was in the bull market. And the bull market dying too fast to be bad is speculative, right? It's not based on real world use case utility. It's purely on speculation of what could and could not happen or what could or could possibly happen, right? It's a big speculative thing. So like XRP, just like 99% of the cryptos, had its bull run. Nothing. It's just all speculation, man. People get hyped up. Once Bitcoin does this thing, people get hyped up. They want an opportunity to make some money and perhaps create life-changing gains and money and create generational wealth. And they look at the top 10, they see some stuff under $1, and it's kind of how they get it, right? Not much research in it. I can promise you not a whole lot of deep diving research in it. They just, oh, okay, that looks inexpensive. And hey, if Ethereum did this and maybe XRP could do that, whoa, and I can get a lot more of that XRP than I can Ethereum, right? And Bitcoin. That's kind of how they did that. But let me go over this thing here with this FLR tokens. A little disturbing. Winston P. Prescott is in the building. What's going on, bro? I'll get to your comment. I want to share this. He says, sorry, see, time to move on. I'll get to that comment in a second, bro. Appreciate you checking in. Let's share. Life is good, bro. Life is good. All right. Let me share this about the FLR tokens. This is interesting to me. Let me see if I can find it. So this dude here, Ikase Crypto. Ikase Crypto. Looks like we follow each other. So this is what he put out. Okay, here it is right here. He says here, I received a reply from Judge Glenn on the Celsius bankruptcy case regarding the FLR distribution. It's Flare Network that is the reason to creditors not getting our FLR. This is what Ikase Crypto says. Okay, here it is. He said this is from Judge Glenn's office. So we received your message to Judge Glenn regarding Flare. We received your message to Judge Glenn regarding Flare tokens. Pursuant to the plan to comply with applicable regulations, the debtor will distribute only Bitcoin and ETH on account of allowed claims. Information about issues related to Flare tokens was included in the disclosure statement to all creditors in the fall before voting. For your convenience, please see below copied Q&A from the disclosure statement regarding Flare tokens. So, side note, couple of things. Number one, there was a lot of back and forth with me and Hugo, whatever. People want to know what's going to go on, Celsius holders. And Hugo had said something along the lines that they were working on something. Right? Getting back and forth, right? Flare is trying to build out something. Celsius is trying to deal with the madness of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy, all this back and forth. So finally, there was a court-filed document of an agreement between, submitted into the court, of an agreement between the debtor, which is Celsius, and the credit and Flare Networks. I read the agreement, and the way I read the agreement, I wish I could pull it up, but I read the agreement back yonder, and it said that they had come to an agreement that if Celsius distributed the FLR tokens to the eligible XRP holders, right, then Flare would send like a lot, like I think 209 million FLR tokens or something like that to Celsius. So if Celsius, which was the bridge for the airdrop of eligible XRP holders, Celsius said that they would do it. Now, the more and more I think about it, I know why they said they would do it. But anyway, so Celsius said they would agree to distribute the airdrop, right, at the applicable time. We used to have it show FLR tokens in our app, the amount of FLR tokens that we were eligible for at the snapshot date. So the court document was an agreement upon the two parties. You understand? Celsius, the debtor, the estate, distributes to the eligible XRP holders, and then Flare would send them this nine-figure amount, nine-figure tokens to FLR tokens to Celsius. That was my understanding of the agreement, right? So, to all the creditors in the fall, for your convenience, please see, right, just Judge Glenn's office. So, AAA, how are Flare tokens treated under the plan? Will they be distributed to holders of earn or custody claims based on XRP transfer to the debtors? This is from the document, from the court document, right? Any Flare tokens, as defined below, transferred to or held by the debtors, Celsius, will be transferred to the new company. New company now is called Ionic on the effective date. Any Flare tokens held by the debtors will be transferred to the new co on the effective date. Holders of claims will not receive any distribution of Flare tokens under the plan, pursuant to an agreement entered into between Celsius Network and Flare Network Limited. An agreement pursuant to an agreement entered into between Celsius and Flare, the debtors, Celsius, are entitled to receive from Flare certain newly minted tokens. Under the terms of the Flare agreement, Celsius is entitled to receive a grant of 100, I said 200, I said the wrong number, 150 million Flare tokens as consideration for agreeing to distribute approximately 209 million. Okay, so you guys tell me, because this is the wording in the agreement, you guys tell me how you read this. How do you interpret this? Under the terms of the Flare agreement, Celsius is entitled to receive a grant of 150 million Flare tokens as consideration for agreeing to distribute approximately 209 million Flare tokens to the Celsius account of customers holding XRP tokens on December 12, 2020. Blah, 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 blah. On January 24th, 2023, the bankruptcy court entered the order authorizing the debtors to credit Flare tokens to eligible account holders. So this agreement was submitted to the court, and the court approved it. They signed off on it, right? To eligible account holders. This docket number 1939 Flare order, which authorized the debtors to credit Flare tokens to the accounts of eligible XRP. I wish I could read that. Let me see if I hit it, if it says it. No, it gets cut off there. So it gets cut off, right? But you understand. Tokens to the accounts of the here's the rest of it. To credit tokens to eligible customers. As of the date of filing of this disclosure statement, however, and although the debtors are in communication with Flare, Flare has not complied with the terms of the Flare agreement. And the debtors are therefore unable to credit eligible XRP customers account with I don't understand how that, this is the part I don't understand. As of the date of the filing of this disclosure statement, however, and although the debtors are in communication with Flare, Flare has not complied with the terms of the Flare agreement, and the debtors are therefore unable to credit eligible XRP customers accounts with the portion of Flare tokens they are eligible to receive. See, this is not correct. So, or no, not that this is not correct. What this sounds like to me is Celsius in the app was recording what you're eligible to receive as an XRP holder, but Flare has not sent that amount to the eligible XRP holders to the debtor, to Celsius. That's what this is saying. That's what this is saying. But my thing is, yeah, so that's basically what it is. So my thing, it doesn't matter what my thing is. What the debtor, according to this document, looks just like this is from the court or whatever, that Flare didn't, if I was supposed to get 1,000 FLR tokens, Flare has not sent that to Celsius. That's what this is saying. Let me continue to read on. Again, Flare has not complied with the terms of the Flare agreement, and the debtors are therefore unable to credit eligible XRP holders' customers' accounts with the portion of the Flare tokens they are eligible to receive. The debtors, Celsius, are continuing to work with Flare on resolving this issue and agreeing on a distribution mechanism. Maybe Flare's just been busy. I don't know. That's the deal. Pursuant to the Flare order, the debtors will credit the Flare tokens. The debtors will credit the Flare tokens to the accounts of eligible customers in a manner consistent with the distribution scheme set forth under the Flare agreement. It says all Flare tokens credited to eligible XRP customers' accounts will be treated as earned assets since the custody program did not exist on the snapshot date. I just don't like this. As such, all Flare tokens will be held as the exclusive property of the debtors. I get that. And eligible customers will only be entitled to the amended claim, to the extent the amount of the Flare tokens credited to their account. The value of the Flare tokens will be determined by the market price of Flare tokens on the date. So and I guess we need a lawyer to figure this out. Are they saying that these airdrop tokens are going to be subject to the earn claim, and the earn claim in terms of FLR tokens, and as far as in kind, is 25-30% maybe. So are they saying that we're going to only get 30% of the FLR tokens that we were supposed to get? That's just the part that I don't understand. Subject to it says an amended claim. Eligible customers will only be entitled to an amended claim to the extent the amount of the Flare tokens credited to their account. The value of the Flare will be determined by the market price of Flare tokens on the date that Flare transfers the Flare tokens to the debtors. So anyway, that's what I see here. Whole lot of lawyers speak to say they want to keep the majority of the distributed tokens for themselves and give customers a fraction of what they are entitled to. That's what it sounds like to me. And so maybe Flare is not doing this, and Flare is going to figure out a different way to distribute those tokens. There's also FIP01 to consider, and it sounds like Cell may be contending FIP01. What is this? Flare, that's a Flare proposal. There's also this FIP01 to consider, and it sounds like Cell may be contending FIP01. $20 says Celsius is running a grift. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. They're going to try and treat it as earned. And so even though this is an airdrop token, let me stop the share. This is an airdrop token, and this airdrop thing took place before the Celsius even filed Chapter 11. We were shown a credit of what we were supposed to get, and now it seems like Celsius is going to try and take that amount and keep 75% of that value for the estate, as opposed to giving it to the eligible XRP holders in full. That's what it sounds like to me. What say you? That's what that sounds like to me. Dark matter trading groups in the building. What's going on, bro? Every ICO token is in trouble. XRP is not done. People says anything. The entire market is still speculative. Ripple never had an ICO, and 90% of the sales was outside of the US. They will settle. Winston P. Prescott says, XRP is done, bro. The SEC is won, and folks can be as positive as they want. Sorry, C's, time to move on, bro. Yeah, I don't agree with that, brother. I don't think they're done at all. But what I do think is since this is the remedy phase where we are now, part of it is the remedy phase. I think that SEC wants to see where they stand, what the financials really do look like, how much did they sell in the U.S. and not in terms of the ODL, how much was actually in the U.S., how much was actually over abroad. And they want to be able to look at that, in my opinion, in order to determine whether or not they should really go into some type of deep, long, sought out appeal. This is what I think. That's what I think this is about with the SEC, because the asset in and of itself was determined to not to be a security. The sale of that asset in the second market has been deemed to be not a security. I don't think that they were happy that the ODL thing was lumped in with the institutional sales, Ripple not being happy with that. But I think the vast majority of that lawsuit was won by Ripple. No, it hasn't been settled yet, man. Felix, welcome back, bro. Thought the SEC case was settled a while back. Are we in a different parallel reality? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been settled yet. Most people think it was a 50-50 split. I don't. I think that the SEC lost, because the asset itself, right, it can't be lumped into what the SEC wants, which is every crypto to be a security. And the fact that Brad and Chris can sell their XRP, they can sell, and the Ripple can sell their XRP on secondary markets. I think that is a major win for Ripple. I think it's a major win for Ripple. And the reason why I don't agree with you, Winston, is because what Ripple does not determine XRP. What the market does determines XRP. And since the automated market maker is coming, right, is coming, and since projects are building on it, there's a DEX going to be built, there's going to be a money market built, there's going to be projects that are going to be built on it. It will thrive and it will grow better than the Ethereum monopoly with Ethereum, in my opinion. Now, do we have to play catch up? Yes. I mean, look, this AMM is next level. It's a different animal, but there are other AMMs out there, and Uniswap's on version 4, if you really think about it, right? And so there's a lot of stuff out there already being done, already out there, right? Ripple, again, we didn't get to make the decision, right? Schwartz and Thomas went to go work for a company, no DAO, no governance, no value from the XRP holder in terms of the direction of the ledger, and none of that, right? Ripple, right? The dudes became employees for a company. That's the bottom line. Now, whether Ripple was a good steward of the XRP, I don't think there's any question about that. How they've been representing themselves, the digital asset space, and XRP as a whole, all of that. But they made a decision for the direction of the XRPL. They made it. They said payments. They came to the fork in the road and they chose payments. We didn't get to choose that. We didn't get to choose smart contracts. We didn't get to say, no, isn't Codius pretty phenomenal? Let's break that out and continue to work on that. That's next level smart contract. We didn't get to say in that. And Schwartz and Thomas are employees. What are they going to do? They made a decision to stay instead of perhaps leaving and creating a DAO, creating governance and saying, let's get this thing on here or whatever. That was the delay. The delay was how many years of trying to figure out payments. Hasn't happened to the extent that they would like it to happen. That's what David Schwartz said. David Schwartz said it hasn't happened to the extent that they would have liked to happen. They haven't gained the traction. He, point of fact, said banks are not that interested in payments. This is what he said. Right? So they had to pivot. But this pivot requires catching up now. Right? And it's going to, quite honestly, it's going to require people like you and I participating on what's coming to create a thriving and robust ecosystem. There's projects that want to build here. The EVM is going to make it massively. I'm telling you, look, a lot of people think the EVM is Ethereum. The EVM is not Ethereum. The EVM is a way of saying a smart contract platform. That's all it is. It's just a way of saying a smart contract platform, because Solidity is I guess the program of the freaking work of the day, and everyone wants to build on Solidity because it's so easy with Solidity. So it's just the EVM is a bridge for projects to build and come to the XRPL. That's all. That's all. That's what it is. Right? And that's what it is. It's EVM. So we're building this EVM side chain. Pierces is building it, right? It's building this EVM side chain, which means a project that wants to build using Solidity can hop on that thing. It's going to be integrated into the XRPL, right? Like, you know what I mean? Bridge, whatever they're going to do is coming with the bridge. So that's the bottom line. Projects that go to Ethereum because it's so easy to use the Solidity, whatever thing, will have that opportunity to do it and go to the XRPL, get the security of the XRPL, get a longer standing blockchain than Ethereum, which is the XRPL. It's longer standing than Ethereum. Has not broken down. Don't have to do it crazy gas fees and crazy times. None of that stuff, right? So that's the kind of stuff that it's going to be able to happen. So all that stuff is coming. And so Yasin is correct in terms of playing catch up, but in terms of XRP and being done, no, I don't believe that. But here's the thing that I will say: it will be done if people don't support the people that, in addition to Ripple, if you don't support projects in addition to Ripple, Brad Kimes, who clearly got it, is thinking backwards, supporting projects in addition to Ripple that are building on the XRPL. In addition, not waiting for Ripple and their dev team to solve the world's problems. Ripple is not here to solve the freaking world's problems. It's a company that's smart enough to leverage the XRPL and the asset XRP. That's it. Right? They're not solving cancer. They're not curing cancer. You understand? That's all it is. That's the bottom line. So now, right, I hear a lot of these developers talking in spaces. They're excited about the AMM. They're excited about this Ethereum virtual machine, which is essentially just a smart contracts platform. They're excited about this bridge that is going to allow projects that are on Ethereum to bridge over to the side chain and be able to now leverage, just like Root Network is leveraging the XRPL for faster transactions, low gas fees, right? Less than a penny. You know, all of this stuff projects want, right? But they couldn't get it onto the layer one. There's no smart contract capability on the layer one on XRPL. So the bridge and this thing that Pierces is building is the answer to that. It's the answer to that. So the liquidity is going to be a real big thing. Look, in the end, this is where the liquidity is. The AMM, I think it will be a game changer, because people are here to make money. People are not here to fall in love with the ecosystem. per se. That's secondary. If an arbitrager, a market maker, a project says, whoa, really? In 3 to 5 seconds? Whoa, really? For less than a penny? Whoa. And I can come through and build my thing still with the solidity of EVM thing. Look, you don't think projects are fed up and frustrated with Ethereum? I've been in those spaces. I've been on those projects, in those discords and telegrams. They are fed up. They're fed up. Their customers aren't happy. No matter how great the project is, their customers are not happy. They're not happy. Right? And so eventually, I don't know how slow or quick it's going to happen. Those projects are going to look elsewhere. I mean, they've already been looking to Solana. They already been looking to Polygon, right? A lot of projects think the answer is these layer twos like Arbitrum and Optimism. But they also understand that they want to be able to leverage layer one, decentralized exchange at the layer one level. They've never had that. Their projects have never had that. And that is the game changer. That's the thing that's going to bring projects over. You got to get that. That AMM is next level. That DEX being integrated into the layer one is next level. It's going to attract all kinds of different things because the XRP can move anything of value. Like there might be a gold project. Like you don't know. The XRP can, again, it can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds. Right? So it might be, I don't know, tokenized gold. It might be the thing that Reaper Finance is building right now. If you haven't checked that out, you should check out Reaper Finance and what they're doing over there with the tokenized gold and silver. Right? It's going to be a lot of projects that want to be able to do something here at this XRPL, but haven't been given the opportunity to do so. And so look, so I don't think it's the end. Dark Man Trading Group said DeFi is coming to the XRPL. Yeah, we have been here for 7 years. That's true, Winston. But it's not our fault that the SEC, that we missed our shot at a bull run. The SEC did that. Do you not think that XRP would not have participated in the bull run if not for the lawsuit? Of course it would have. It would have participated in a lawsuit. It would have participated in the bull run just like all the other tokens. What? Shiba Inu is going to participate in thing and XRP is not? Remember Shiba? Right? Meme coins? Of course XRP would. It's just that lawsuit. Look, that's why I understand why so many people get upset with Jimmy Valley and telling people the fact that the major damage that was been caused and the harm by this lawsuit, in addition to ETHgate. That's in addition. The harm that was caused to XRP investors by the SEC is in addition to the SEC giving Ethereum a free pass. That's in addition. They didn't just give them a free pass. They came and sued the company, the CEO and the founder, and saying the XRP is a security. They attacked it all. They attacked us all. You understand? So that's the deal. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't make money elsewhere. Of course, you got to be able to make money. I made tons of money. Tons of money outside of XRP. Of course, Matic was the one, right? So we were in that thing at 0.003, right? And so, but the fact of that matter is that the SEC did what it did. It created a cloud on title. It caused a $1 billion or more loss in space. Can't just let that go unchecked or not recognize what's going on there. And the cloud on title is still not gone. Phantom Beats in the building. What's going on, my guy? Felix says, only token with a lawsuit, that speaks volumes. Indeed. Indeed. Right? So for me, Ripple and the XRPL have a second shot. Say that again. Ripple and the XRPL. What do I mean by that? Other projects besides Ripple, have a shot to do some stuff and make their way into this space. The technology speaks for itself. But it's going to take, I'm telling you, it's going to take a community to make it happen. And that includes Ripple, Brad, Times. Doesn't exclude Ripple. You lost your mind, bro. You have lost your mind. Right? So, yeah, so that's kind of where I am with that. But I'm not waiting around. Like, you know how many, Winston, you know how many XRP holders only have XRP, XLM, and XDC? Do you know how many XRP holders only have XRP, XLM, XDC? Talking about these ISO tokens. I mean, God bless them. But this is a digital asset space, baby. I made more money from VeChain and Matic. VeChain and Matic. More from VeChain and Matic than I did in XRP. And I lost 85% of my XRP in this freaking Celsius madness. Right? But I made more money with VeChain and Matic. VeChain was great. 5 figures is awesome. But Matic, Matic was a win, baby. You know what I mean? This is a digital asset space. You know, last I checked, let me say this again. Last I checked, Brad and Chris Larson, they didn't get down on bended knee and ask for my hand in marriage. I don't have to be all in on one asset. Why? Why do we have to be all in on one asset? Why did we have to become some kind of maxis? Tony from Thinking Crypto is getting it from the XRP maxis. Think about that. Tony from Thinking Crypto. Because he had a view and opinion on something. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how XRP people loathe the BTC maxis and have become maxis themselves. It's crazy to me. Oh, absolutely. Without question. You can't give any CEO a pass on what happens to the CEO and the chairman. It happened to them. They made decisions. That has nothing to do with XRP and the XRPL ledger. Nothing. They made those decisions as a company beholden to shareholders. Like, I'm amazed at the amount of XRP entertaining content creators who think for some reason we are Ripple's #1 customer. We are not Ripple's #1 customer. We're not even their second favorite customer. You understand that? We are not. We're not. That's just the way it is. Doesn't mean they don't love us. Doesn't mean they don't value us as XRP holders. You know, they could value us more, but it doesn't mean they don't value us. But we're not #1 to them. You just got to understand, we're not. They got shareholders, man. They have shareholders and they got customers that they're trying to keep. They have paying customers. They got paying customers. We're not #1. That's, you know, that doesn't mean that they don't have love for us. You know, Brad and Chris went to the SEC, tried to have open dialogue. The bottom line is Jay Clayton shut it down and said point blank, don't even mention that. We're not even going to discuss that. That's what Jay Clayton did. That's in the court documents. Right? They tried as best as they thought they could. Right? But that has nothing to do with XRP and XRPL. Like Brad Garlinghouse always says, Ripple could go to 0 and XRP and XRPL ledger will continue on. It will continue on. We got to figure out something with that escrow, though. Dark Madden Trading Group. I held Tesla stock for well over 15 years before it went boom. Diversified portfolio is the key. Absolutely. You know? I mean, that's the key. You gotta be diversified. You know? You have to be diversified. I tell people this all the time. Like too many times I think people look at XRP because of the company Ripple, and they look at it as like it's a stock. It's not a stock, right? XRP is a representation, a digital representation of your investment in a protocol, the XRPL. That's what it is. And since it's in a new financial system, things here are different. They don't grow the same, act the same, none of that. Like in the old financial system. It's just a different thing, in my opinion, completely different. And so you got to treat it differently. You got to treat communities grow projects. Communities grow communities start the project, and community grows the project. That's how it works. It don't work. There is no Ethereum without Bitcoiners. I know I said that yesterday. I'll say it again. There is no Ethereum layer 1 without Bitcoiners. Bitcoiners use the most valuable asset in the entire digital asset space. They did not use dollars. They used Bitcoin. The ICO wasn't taking dollars. It was taking Bitcoin for the most part. Bitcoin. I know a couple of OG Bitcoiners told me how much of their Bitcoin they used to invest in the ICO to get this thing called Ethereum that had done nothing. Everyone's looking at Ethereum today, talking about the price that it went to and it got to. What about in the beginning? It was zero. It was nada. It was an hope, an aspiration, and a dream. And the community built it out. You can't hop on the Ethereum blockchain without using the asset. What are you paying Ethereum gas fees with? Dogecoin? You're paying Ethereum gas fees, not Doge gas fees, not Bitcoin gas fees. You're using your asset. Like, I don't understand why people don't understand that. You're using the asset. Everybody's so afraid that they're going to be the next Bitcoin pizza dude. Like, it's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I would say this to would I be, I don't know. I will say it to something in the face. This whole idea of not using your XRP is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me. You had to use your XRP to get a Zaman wallet. You had to use your XRP. Do you not have that wallet? Like, you had to use XRP to get that wallet. Do you think the wallet is a pretty cool deal? Every time you set up a new XRP wallet, you got to use XRP. That's using your asset. Is everyone going to be like that one dude in the comments in my video? Is everyone going to do that? The dude said, I bought XRP and since then, I have never been on the XRPL ledger. Is everybody going to do that? The amazing thing to me is everybody wants to say XRP is not a security, but they want to wait around and have someone else do something so that the value of what they hold goes up. That's what it sounded like to me. You want to buy it with that dirty, nasty fiat. You want to just hold it, and you want everyone else, including the market, you want everyone else to raise the value of everything, but you don't want it to be a security. You don't want it to fall under the securities law, but you want all these other things to make it happen for you. It don't add up. It don't add up. Now, here's the thing that I still find a little bit alarming. Every time you say you got to use you're gonna have to use your XRP, people think, well, I got 1,000, I got to use 999 of it. Ain't nobody saying that. Are you telling me that Shiba Inu became Shiba Inu because people just sat at home and just waited for it? Did you know Shiba Inu bit of DEX? Bit of massive DEX, all kind of trading going on over Shiba Inu. Did you know that? Shiba Inu didn't just create a coin and then nothing happened. No projects, no nothing. Like people think that's what happened. That's not what happened. They built viable I used it. I owned a bunch of Shiba Inu. I owned, a bunch of it. I took my little 3-4x and I was gone. I was done with it. But I did get my 3-4x from it. I used a Shiba swap. I got some of them bones thing. Like, come on, man. You gotta participate. This is not the old stock market madness where you're being manipulated and getting sloppy seconds. This is a new asset class with new dynamics and new financial stuff. It's different, bro. We're able to participate at the protocol level. You're not doing that in the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. Tika Tawari flat out said to everyone on that Zoom, they are laughing at you if you're in the stock market. This dude is he was one of them. He said, they are laughing at you. They're getting the 30 and 40 X's and giving you 200%. He said it. I didn't say it. We get to invest at the protocol level. We get to say and have a say in the direction of some game-changing technology. It's not just game-changing technology to the crypto space. It's game-changing technology to the world, out in and outside of crypto. And you get to have a say in that. When's the last time, right? You get to have a say in that kind of stuff. You get to invest at the protocol level. At the protocol level. So it's awesome. Some of you guys got some of that FANG stock and some Tesla stock. Did you get to invest at the protocol level? At the 0.001, at the 0.01 even. Did you get that? Nope. That's what we have here. Right? This is what we have here. Now, it's unfortunate that Schwartz and Thomas, that law firm, Schwartz and Thomas. It's unfortunate that they made the decision that they made, but that's what they made. We weren't there in the beginning. You know, maybe they had bills to pay. Maybe there's some level of uncertainty. I don't know what it was, but that's what happened. Will I be participating? Hell to the yes. $50 to $100. Tell me about this swap thing. Tell me about these liquidity pools. Tell me about this money market. $50 to $100. And then 6-9 months later, $50 to $100. That's what I did with Curve Finance. That worked out really well. That's what I did with Convex Finance. That also worked out really well. Despite messing around with Ethereum gas fees. Right? Sitting around and hoping for a thing ain't gonna cut it. Haven't we just learned a lesson? Haven't we just learned a lesson from sitting around and waiting? David Schwartz said banks are not that interested in payments. Doesn't mean that their interests might not change later, but for now, that's the word on the street. You can't mix it or spin his words. He said banks are not that interested in payments. Doesn't mean that ODL is not still happening and going on. ODL is still happening. RippleNet is still active. It's not just regulatory and legislative stuff that Ripple is waiting. It's not just that. Banks are not that interested in payments. Guess what he also said? He said, nah, they like the whole deposit and lending and borrowing. That's what they like. So you thought the banks and institutions were going to knock down the door for payments, and it just ain't so. They didn't gain as much traction as they liked. So now they're pivoting, not away, but they remember the whole Winston, do you remember the peanut butter manifesto that I think it was I think it was Brad who said that. Wasn't it Brad who said the peanut butter manifesto thing, talking about let's not spread ourselves too thin. Let's focus in and head in one thing. Well, that's changed. Remember that? How many of you guys remember Brad? I believe it was Garlinghouse who said that. Remember that? Look, companies pivot, man. Thank God Ripple can pivot. You know, I'm happy for the shareholders of Ripple that Ripple is nimble enough to pivot and create some other projects and products, rather, right? I'm happy for them. Right? I'm happy for them. But my experience in the digital asset space has shown me that projects grow an ecosystem. Lots of them. You can't Solana came years after XRP. Years after XRP. And where was the bank, man? Where was the banks on Solana? Tell me about the banks on Solana. Tell me about the institutions on Solana. Tell me about them. I'm open to hearing. Tell me about all this liquidity coming in from outside of the crypto space on Solana. Where is it? Like, where is it? Solana, the community is building game-changing stuff. Solana is about to make that blockchain just about as good as the XRPL. They got this thing called Fire Dancer. You better read up on it. You better read up on it. And I wouldn't, you got to make your own decisions, but I would walk away from any dude that's going to publicly curse me out, who would publicly argue with people in their comments and call them and make fun of their name in the comments. Dude has his head so far up Brad Garlinghouse's arser, as we like to say, arsa. He can't see, he can only see crap. Ain't nobody say Ripple's failed. How could you, how could anyone with some kind of, with the brain say Ripple has failed? Ripple hasn't failed. Ripple is still the #1 crypto project in terms of payments. They're leading the way. They're leading the way. But there's other things on their tail. But they're leading the way. And they intelligently made a decision to go where the liquidity is. And it's always been here. They thought the liquidity was going to be the banks and institutions' money. They've come to the conclusion that that's not the case. It's not happening as fast as they like. You got to understand, this technology, this digital asset space is not waiting around for Ripple. Like, I don't, it's not waiting for Ripple. Solana didn't wait for Ripple. Avalanche is not bad. Polygon got a ZK EVM. Did you know that? They got a zero knowledge EVM. That is going to be next level. Projects are going to go there and build. It's going to go there and build. Blair Networks is here. The Root Network is here. Technology is not waiting around on Ripple to figure it out for payments. So why? I would humbly ask you, so why are you? Again, I'll just use the phrase, and this is for me personally, maybe it's happened with you, but I have not got, I haven't been on a date with Brad and Chris and had one of them or both of them get on bended knee and ask for my hand in marriage. It hasn't happened yet. And you never know. Brad's a good looking dude. You never know what I might say. But it hasn't happened, baby. It hasn't happened. That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that Brad Kimes has lost his mind. It really is. Another video calling out community member names. Another video. Really, Brad? Like, unbelievable. Like, it's infuriating to me that he thinks it's okay to do that. The dude started a freedom zone, and the second someone disagreed with him, he he kicked them to the curb. The second someone disagree with him, he kicked him to the curb. How is that a freedom zone? Oh, it's look, here's what I'm gonna say. I've been here for a little bit. Okay, I've been here the CKJ days, the older black guy doing content. I forget his name, Alice Cobb days. I have my channel. I think I'd started my channel in late 2016, before the XRP channel. Okay. I was in the same Zooms With Brad Kimes, it's the CKJ stuff. I was in the same, not Zooms, live streams, same live streams. I was there. I was there. CKJ used to say, dudes, when you finish with me, go check out Brad Kimes. I was there. I've seen the whole evolution of that channel, DAI's channel, Crypto Eddie's channel, Jungle Inc.'s channel, Solomon's channel, Darren Moore's channel, all of them. All of them. I've not seen one. The only person I've seen publicly cuss out, call demean its community, the XRP community members, is Brad Kimes. The only one I've seen do that. You can't agree to disagree without calling someone a malcontent. You can't agree to disagree without calling someone a bottom feeder? Really? Brad Kimes, really? Malcontent bottom feeder. You're calling people in the community that. And you think it's okay because they disagree with you on something. Unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. And then said maybe those people who don't agree with them have personal family issues. Thank you. Really? Just what? Oh, Crypto Eddie is in the building. What's going on? Crypto Eddie is in the building. How are you, miss? Yes, Garlinghouse said when at Yahoo. Yeah, right? Right? The Peanut Butter Manifesto, he did say it. There it is. Crypto Eddie confirms it. I mean, come on. That's not cool, man. I'm speaking up for you, the XRP community member. That's not cool. And Crypto Eddie will tell you, I was defending this dude. I was defending this dude when that list came up. Remember that list? I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. A list? That's not gonna work. A list of content creators to listen to, a list of content creators not to listen to. That's not gonna work. And this dude is cursing people out, belittling, demeaning XRP community members, and he thinks it's okay. How is that okay? I just went back and forth with Winston Prescott. I just went back and forth with him, disagreeing with him disagreeing with me. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call the dude a name now, and think that's okay because I got sponsors. Because I got sponsors, that's okay. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. And if you ask me, the divide in the XRP community came once that dude started opening up his laptop and turning on his microphone and whatever else he turns on, doing videos. If you ask me, that's how it started. Creating the divide in the community. To me, that's where it started. And I remember Solomon's post. Okay, so don't say, well, Solomon this and Solomon. I remember Solomon's post. For every post, he did another post apologizing for the other post. When's the video coming from Brad Kimes? When's that video coming? He keeps talking about he's going to make the video. When is it coming? I haven't seen it. I started this live stream apologizing for something I said in the video. When is it coming? I've seen Darren Moore apologize once or twice. When is it coming? For thinking that he might have misled some people on, I think, like an investment or something or another. Like, I mean, really? I'm supposed to call my guy Winston, call him a name now because we're disagreeing on something. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. Jungle Link's in the building. What's going on? He says, wow, what did I miss? I haven't even played the video. I haven't even played the video. You know? I just haven't even played the video. When's the pre-prod? Where you going, bro? We don't have to part ways just because we disagree on something. I just don't think that it's the end for XRP. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. This project's building on the XRPL. They're coming, but they gotta have to win too. And you can't for me, in the end, Yasin is right. Yasin is right. I said it before. I mean, the XRPL is playing catch up. It's playing catch up. Yeah, there's been a decentralized exchange there, but who was on it? Who was using it? It's playing catch up. And like I said before, we did not have a say in the direction of the XRPL. Bottom line. And in ecosystems where the community had a say, with these votes and holding and staking and all that, a lot of them have thrived in that model. The community builds a project. You think Uniswap was, who you think built Uniswap? You think it was some institution? Just community members who built Uniswap, right? We can have that here on the XRPL, but you can't pretend like we're not playing catch up. We're playing catch up, but that's okay. This AMM combined with the EVM and a bridge is going to be game changing. It's going to be game changing, but it's not going to just happen. Okay, I got my XRP. Okay, go. Go. Project A, B, and C, go. I've been on the Antidotes Finance DevNet. I've been playing on it with different browsers. Right? I opened up the Gem wallet and I went through the steps, messing around, trying to provide liquidity, trying to figure out how to swap on that thing. Right? It's in DevNet. It's in a lot of stuff's going to need to be fixed. It's in DevNet. But if an XRPL, community member builds something, don't you think that maybe you should participate in that to help that project along? What if it becomes the next Uniswap? Don't you want to feel like you had a say in that? You did your part. You know the Uniswap holders are some of the wealthiest people in the digital asset space. Yeah. And so are the Curve Finance people. I remember in the day, people did not use Curve because it looked like something a third grader built. They were saying that in the comments of the videos. Yeah, they were saying that in the comments. Oh man, this is garbage. This is straight up trash. What is it? Look at that thing. It looks like, do you know they had a list of the Curve Finance people after that three-year staking thing? They had a list. 30,000 a month, 40,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $60,000 a month, $70,000 a month. A month. Because they chose to participate. And they were there early. if the XRPL is playing catch up, that means you and I are early to projects coming here. You understand? You understand that? What's going on, Jungle? I appreciate you checking in, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the world are we talking about? Right? Antidote's finance is here. The root network is here. Have you been on it? Moy Finance is here. MOAI. Have you been on it? Have you bridged XRP over? Do you have a FutureVerse pass? That's stuff that's already built. Have you been on it? Do you know about it? Are you getting silo tokens and Astos tokens, root tokens at XRP? Do you know what the vortex is all about? I've been on all the ecosystems. I've been on some crazy ones like Spooky Swap and Beethoven. I was in the Phantom ecosystem. That thing is, they are revamping themselves and trying to recover from the Andre Cronje mishaps. I don't know what you want to call it. It takes a community. It takes a community. It's not going to be one company like Ripple. Ripple is not solving cancer. Ripple is a company with a CEO. Some of you guys are talking about getting rid of the chairman. You talking about get rid of the chairman, but you're waiting on Ripple to do something? What you gonna get a new chairman in? You gotta get a new chairman in. What if that new chairman wants to focus on something else? You waiting on Ripple? The digital asset space has decided they ain't interested in payments. It's not my call. The whole digital asset space, they ain't interested in it. I mean, think about it. The community said they'd rather have NFTs and meme coins. What are you gonna do? You gonna fight uphill? You're gonna try to figure out why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You're gonna spend time in that class trying to figure that out? Or are you gonna just accept it is what it is and build a better version of what they want? Build a better version of what they want, not what you want. I mean, that's freaking small business 101. They made a decision. They got to the fork in the road. They went down the payments lane, and it hasn't worked out yet. So they're pivoting. No one is saying that Ripple failed, Brad Kimes. I know you only think of us as malcontents and bottom feeders. And I know we all got family issues. But no one is saying that Ripple failed. They get a chance to pivot just like any other business in America gets to pivot. The dude is calling people malcontents and bottom feeders. And if you disagree with him in his, what do they call that? Freedom group, he boots you. Did I boot Winston P. Prescott because we just had a disagreement on XRP being dead or not dead? No. Am I supposed to call him names now? Of course not. He has to make his own decisions. But I'm not running away from some dude who happens to disagree with me. Been a long time. We've been a long time fan of the channel, and he disagrees with me. Now I'm gonna block him? I mean, I don't understand it. Kimes lost his mind in that video. Yeah, there's two videos now, Crypto Eddie. Crypto Eddie says Kimes was lost his mind in that video. Two of them. The first one, he's calling people dumb A's and some other stuff, cursing people out. And then in this video, malcontents and bottom feeders, literally intimating that perhaps people have family issues at home for why they are disagreeing with him on something. Because his beloved company, someone said something about his beloved company. Are you kidding me? The worst thing you could do is be trying to put some dude up on some pedestal, Brad Kimes. That is the worst thing. And that's what he does. That's what he does with Brad. That's what he does with Garlinghouse. That's what he does with Ripple. Again, show me the banks. The banks and institutions just got here. I mean, the institutions, they just got here. How do we get to 3 trillion of market cap without the institutions? 3 trillion. How do we do that? And so we're gonna wait around for banks. That's the plan. And just case we're not their number one customer. David Schwartz said, banks are not that interested in payments. Tony said, no, really? He said, no, they like the deposit and the lending and the borrowing. If you don't know, if you check out Ondu Finance, if you checked out MakerDAO, institutions are hooking up with those dudes. Yeah, MakerDAO, they're hooking up with them. Why? Because they understand money markets. That doesn't mean that money markets can't come to the XRPL. Let me help you out with something just in case. Money markets are coming to the XRPL. They're coming. A next level, the Uniswap of the XRPL is coming. The Aave of the XRPL is coming. I'm hoping that the MakerDAO of the XRPL will come. I'm hoping that the Curve Finance of the XRPL is coming. Why would you think it's not coming? Of course it's coming. Jungle Link says no one is that interested in paying. Exactly right, bro. The digital asset space made a decision. What are you gonna like whine about it and cry about it? No, you bring your stuff to the XRPL where the liquidity is. The digital asset space has made a decision. They're not that interested in payments. I mean, they're more interested in gaming. They're more interested in gaming and NFTs and memes. What are you gonna do? Fight it? I did a video earlier today. People want to say, but look. I mean, look at this thing. We got partnerships. I mean, look, there's some partnerships here. RippleNet's growing. And I've seen Brad and Dave hesitant to mention anything about banks in terms of the number of banks on RippleNet. Why do you think there's a hesitation? Why do you don't think there's some glowing positive affirmation statement about the many banks that are joining in RippleNet? Right? Why do you think that is? If people were more interested in memes, do what X Meme just did, that project. Do what they did. A community-led XRPL meme coin. I've been reposting every post. I have X meme tokens. Why? Because it's on the XRPL. Like, what's going on? It's on the XRPL. Who's Kimes going after? The XRP community members. Call them malcontents and what's the word? Bottom feeders. Because he believes that people who say don't only pay attention to what Ripple is doing, pay attention to other projects building on the XRPL. Ripple is one project building on the XRPL. And so the idea is let's not focus merely on what Ripple is doing. Let's pay attention to other projects building, like Anados Finance. Isn't it worth your time to find out what a project is building on the XRPL? Is that not worth your time? Orchestra Finance, I believe, is an XRPL project. Is it not worth your time to figure out what it is they're doing? You don't think they can become the next Uniswap? You don't think Kinetic Markets can become the next Aave on Flare? You understand? Oh, tap the line. You speaking my thing there, baby. I remember back in the day when I was doing some consulting for an air traffic control firm, I was trying to tell these people, dude, one day you're gonna get paid every hour that you work. Like, why do we have to work 2 weeks before we get paid? How does that make any sense? Tap the line says payroll payments are the big thing. If I could get paid every hour, I would be very happy, and all my employees would be also 100% tap the line. I would imagine that is coming. Like, if you put in 8 hours, why do you got to wait? You worked. Why can't you get paid at the end of the day? I mean, I know why. I mean, it's because we got an antiquated banking system, right? And businesses got to tap into the madness of people, literally doing stuff with their hands, right? We have to deal with that, but it's coming. It's coming. And so Winston and I were having a conversation about XRP being done, and I just told him I don't agree with that. I don't think XRP is done. But that doesn't mean I'm going to block him from the channel because he disagrees with me. What kind of sense does that make? I don't believe it's done. Everybody's got to make their own decisions with their money. I've told you guys flat out, I have been using my XRP to get into other ecosystems after losing 85% of my XRP in Celsius. I'm using what's left, some of what's left, to get into other ecos. Right? In the end, we're trying to figure out what's up. Tap the lines says XRP is not done. XRP is, why? Well, I don't understand that. Why would it be done? Because Ripple hasn't won payments yet. What does that have to do with XRP and XRPL? You're gonna tell the people from DexFi Pro that XRP is done. You're gonna tell the people from Evernodes and Zahao that is done. Anados Finance that is done. What XRP Cafe is done on XRP. It's all over for XRP. What? No, it's not over. We would have had a bull run if the SEC did. We would have participated in that little 2021, 22 thing. Like, why would you think it wouldn't? Now, I do think that the SEC, getting this little Judge NETBURN thing could be problematic. Now, the Ripple team's got some smart lawyers. They really do. Now, that could be problematic. But look, I don't know if you noticed, there's a documentary about to be released. Jungle Link says XRP will do fine. Just don't be 100 in payment tokens. Yeah, exactly. XRP will do fine. If this bull run, I'm hoping we'll be able to participate. We didn't get to participate in 21, 22, but end of 24, 2025, well, maybe 2025, end of 2025. Hopefully we'll be able to participate. It's up to the market to decide. If this SEC thing, this what's it called? This what it in this remedies phase thing, if it gets blown out of proportion, if it gets whatever, I don't know. The market's going to decide. But it's better to have the lawsuit settled as opposed to not being settled. But at least we got XRP as not a security. So we gotta see how the market's going to decide on that. I think it's going to do fine in the bull run. Andy Arvai, how are you, bro? LOL, we have not even begun to see what XRP and Ripple are going to do. I agree. I mean, look, the reason why there are certain people who are panicking is because they have not been in other ecosystems. I promise you that. That's why they think XRP and the XRPL is done, because they haven't been in other ecosystems. They haven't dealt with the madness that is Uniswap. They don't know. Or Sushi Swap or Pancake Swap. They don't know. They don't have any idea about cross-chain bridges because they haven't used any of them. So when you hear about an EVM sidechain and a bridge, what is that? It's like speaking another language. They don't know. They haven't experienced it. I have experienced it. This is how I know. This is how I know. Because I've experienced cross-chain bridges. I know what it's like to go from Ethereum to ZK Zinc. I know what it's like to go from ZK Sync to Arbitrum. I know what it's like to go from Arbitrum to Polygon, Polygon to Avalanche. Right? I'm looking forward to messing around with Manta Network, messing around with Linea, messing around with Scroll, figuring out what Dimension is going to do. What is Celestia going to do next? Is Eigenlayer going to change the game and restaking? I've been on them all. That's why I'm excited about what's coming to the XRPL, because it's coming. It's coming. They made a decision. It's coming. And these projects are going to, they're going to benefit from it. I do not like it. It is too much work for me. That's right. Jungle Link, this is a great point. If this causes Ripple to go 100% on-chain, it might actually work out for us. They have to. This is where the liquidity is. This is the liquidity. The market has decided this is where the liquidity is. You hear about decentralized identity, right? We hear about that. Well, that's happening right now with other projects. It's called ISME. It's happening right now on the Root Network. Like, stuff is happening. Look at DOP, Data Ownership Protocol. It's happening. I haven't heard from Panther Protocol in a minute. I don't even know what's going on with them. The DOP didn't wait. They got their testnet up and running. It's on Ethereum, for crying out loud. But it's up and coming. So again, like I said in yesterday's video, I can't wait to see what might be the Uniswap on the XRPL. Why? Because I'm here early waiting for it. I can't wait to see what might be the Aave on the XRPL. Why? Because I'm here early waiting on it. We're going to be in the know. You understand? I missed Curve, Yearn Finance, Compound, and Maker. I missed those. I missed those. And I vowed that I was not going to make that mistake again. No. Is XRPL a good thing? Yes. XRP is a wonderful thing. It doesn't change. The fact that we're playing catch up does not change the fact that the XRPL can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. And I promise you, those attributes are going to be valuable to projects. It's going to be valuable. But Ethereum is not waiting around. They got a new EIP out with some fours in it. It's going to make fees significantly cheaper on Ethereum and on Arbitrum and Optimism and on ZK Sync. So we got to get going. And then when we get going, we got to support it. If you're interested in raising the value of your XRP. Now, look, XRP might not even be your number one holder. What if it's your third or fourth holder? You know? That's right, Felix. We're playing catch up, so do away with the peanut butter manifesto. That's funny. It's got ketchup spelled ketchup. That's right. Isn't a little dose of reality okay, Brad Kimes? A little dose of reality is we're playing catch up. That's the fact of the matter. We're playing catch up. The XRPL is playing catch up, not Ripple. Ripple is not, my dude, the XRPL. Ripple is a company. It ain't the XRPL. Like a lot of people, that's like a lot of people think that. A lot of people think Ripple is the XRPL. I'd listened to some traders. These are smart grown men in their mid-50s, very successful. They kept calling XRP Ripple. Yeah, Ripple. Yeah, that chart for Ripple. I'm listening to them like, what the world? Ripple is not the XRPL. And the team at Ripple, those devs, is a group of devs. It's not all of the devs building on the XRPL. Vitse when he's not at Ripple. I feel like the dude has built some really cool stuff. And he's not with Ripple. Imagine that, Brad Kimes. Imagine that. He's not a Ripple X dev. He's doing his own thing, got his own little company and or business, building on the XRPL, validating, got the Zahao network going now in support of the XRPL, in support of, because he realized that we can't wait around for banks and institutions. I'm trying to figure out who are these people saying that Ripple has failed? I'm trying to figure that out. Phantom Beat, there it is. Had to put it this simple for my buddy. Use our XRP to buy XRP stuff. That's exactly it. I am 1000% convinced that this ecosystem will not become a thriving and robust ecosystem without community participation. And again, let me say this again. You don't have to use all your XRP. Nobody telling you to do that. It's not a zero-sum thing. Like it's not. I would imagine these liquidity pools, you're going to be able to put in any kind of amount you want. You can probably put in $5 and they'll probably split that up, $2.50. You know how I know that? You know how I know that? That's possible because I've been on other ecosystems where they let you deposit $1 $1 in the Solana ecosystem, right? $1. Yeah, those things exist. It's okay. It's okay. You're not going to lose all your XRP. Well, you're not going to use it all. I would just humbly encourage you to consider participating and understand that by participating, you have a chance to help evolve an XRPL project, which will help the value of your XRP. We need more successful projects on the XRPL. That's what we need. We need more. We're not saying we don't need Ripple, Brad Kimes. No one's saying we don't want Ripple. We're done with Ripple. Screw Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. Nobody's saying that. I know that you're precious beloveds. No one's saying that. But we need more projects building on the XRPL. That's what we need. More. So shout out to Panos and the things that he's doing over there. I mean, spend the bits. I mean, besides Crypto Eddie, I'm not sure who gives the dude more praise. Gives the dude praise. I mean, spend the bits doing their thing. We need more projects on the XRPL, and we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I don't know much about Zeta Chain, the Mesquite aristocrat. Appreciate you checking it. Don't know much about Zeta Chain. I know it's kind of fairly new. Opulence could be huge on the XRPL. Oh, I've never heard of Opulence. So there it is. Look, I'm betting on the future. Now that Ripple, like Jungle League said about bringing stuff on chain, I'm excited about that. Because why? Because their focus will be on chain projects, right? So I'm excited about that. And so we got these other XRPL project people building. You got Ripple now saying, okay, you can focus on some other stuff besides payments. I mean, that's cool. I mean, think about the people who built this AMM. Think about them focusing on some other stuff. That's going to be really cool. It's going to be really, really cool. I personally hope that Ripple decides to figure out a way to create another maker, except the maker DAO, except have it be on the XRPL. I hope they can figure that out. Institutions are interested in it. Ask Ondo Finance. Ask the people from MakerDAO. Ask the people from Aave. Institutions are interested in that stuff, in addition to tokenizing real-world assets. So I'm excited. I'm excited that Ripple has pivoted. I'm not worried about it. I'm excited because now it's another group of developers and projects focusing on the XRPL. In addition to people like Panos from Anados Finance. In addition, Brad Kimes. All right, I think I said enough. I think I've ranted enough. I hope my guy Winston, I'm gonna reach out to him. Like he was saying goodbye like it was over because we were disagreeing. No, it's not over, bro. Jungle Lee says most builders are paid by Ripple, so they don't issue tokens. Most builders are paid by Ripple, so they don't issue tokens. Okay. If Win built something on ETH, he would issue tokens and everyone would benefit. Huh. Most builders are paid by Ripple, so they don't issue tokens. Interesting. I didn't know that. What's going on, Trevor LeConte? I didn't see you checking in, bro. See, just time to go back to those paradise backgrounds you used to have in you used to have in 2020. Oh, yeah, I remember those. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you checking in. That's right, Jungle. People do not buy or use things on Ethereum because Vitalik is a nice guy. That's 1000% correct. I'm telling you, I can't be more excited about what's coming on the XRPL. As an investor, however, I have to understand that the XRPL is playing catch up. So I got to take that dirty, nasty fiat that comes in from our businesses and diversify. Right? I mean, and diversify into some other stuff, right? Just, I shared a couple of things, right? Just diversify. You never know when something might hit. But yeah, I got some X meme, and I didn't get any X meme as a meme coin on XRPL, meme project on the XRPL. I didn't get any of that MAG jungle elite, that magnetic. I didn't get any of those tokens, but they got a little bridge, a little two-way bridge going on. People should be familiar with it. You should play with it. xmagnetic.org. Play with the bridge. Even if you just input some numbers, right? Just input some numbers. I know it cost me $11 to bridge from XRPL to the Zahao, from the Zahao back to the XRPL. It cost me $11, Eddie, of XRP. Can you imagine? $11 of XRP it cost me to help a project that's on the XRPL grow. Yeah, it cost me $11. And XRP, I know it's hard, but it's okay. DC's in the building. What's good? DC says checking in, Siege. Totally agree with the new products coming to the XRP. They're coming. There's no need to like panic, but you got to be smart as an investor. You just got to be smart. Brad hasn't asked for my hand in marriage. Neither has Chris Larson. They haven't done it. So I'm going to explore, outside of the XRPL ecosystem. Right? I'm going to explore, see what's good, see what's going on. Instead of focusing on who Satoshi is and, the NSA running the blockchain, I'd rather look at some interesting projects out there. Yeah, Phantom Beat Fury and XRPL. That's nice. It's a gaming project. Not enough updates on it yet, but full game out in March. What do you think? Have you tried the EQ Equilibrium games? That looks interesting. I tried downloading it. You can't do it on a Mac. I went to that and Epic Games. You can't do it on a Mac. It has to be Microsoft stuff. Unless this Crypto Siege knows how to get Microsoft stuff on a Mac. I didn't know how. It just said Mac doesn't support this download. I'm like, okay. But the EQ token, the chart, that chart looks real good. Not financial advice. Not telling you what to do with your money, but that chart looked real good. Daniel, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you checking in. All right, fam, listen, I rambled long enough. I was going to do a little bit more calling out on Brad Kimes, but I guess, and I will spare you the lunacy of that video if you want to check it out. I mean, I'll spare you that, but there it is there. It's just, yeah, there it is. Fam, I appreciate all you guys checking in. Phantom Beat, DC, and Daniel. Tap the line, my guy. I appreciate you being. Tap the line and I had a disagreement in comments. Did I block him from the channel? Did I call him a malcontent? And a bottom feeder because we had a disagreement on something? In fact, he agreed with Brad Kimes on something. Am I supposed to be mad at him, call him a name now? Curse him out. Curse him out in the YouTube video. Oh my God. Oh boy. Tap the line. I appreciate you being here, my guy. Phantom Beat, the Muskegon Aristocrat. I appreciate you checking in. Felix, I appreciate you checking in again, bro. Who else I got here? Andy, appreciate you being here, my guy. Jungle Link, Crypto Eddie. Appreciate the support, my friends. What else we got here? Felix, Dark Matter Trading Group. I appreciate you checking in tonight, bro. Crypto Eddie. Crypto Eddie's got all these laughing emojis. It's funny. Trevor LeConte, my guy. I appreciate you being here, my friend. One true seeker. I missed you checking in, man. Missed you checking in. Divide and conquer. Like, I don't understand what he thinks he's doing. Like, I'm Rick. Oh, the Rodriguez is here. Appreciate you checking in. Siege is on fire. Good work, sir. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate you guys checking in. Crypto Gamer. Appreciate you checking in. K Doji. I hear you, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. Krusty, I appreciate you checking in. I think I'll stop buying again. Nice. Winston, come back, bro. I don't. It's okay. Come back, brother. Yo, reach out to me, man. You got my email. Who else? Who else checked in? I think I got everybody. You guys have been awesome in the chat tonight, man. I appreciate that. Oh, Petus Petad? You can always transfer your XRP to me. Why would I do that? I love my XRP, bro. Alex Sheet, I appreciate you checking in. I'm happy with my Flare delegation system, but what's the difference between staking and delegating the Flares? Rewards. Rewards. Alex Sheet says, "Sees Flare or AMM? Both. Both. It's both. Dark Maiden Trading Group. I think I said that. Both, Alex. You guys been killing. Oh, dying too fast. Appreciate you checking in. Dano, appreciate you checking in. There it is, fam. Listen, I'm going to end this live stream like I do all of my live streams. Remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this. Perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.